Welcome to another video. We are playing Phantasm Spiral Whale. We're going first. We're going to try and bait an Ash here. I did feel a hang, but opponent did not activate. So we sent Pacifist to the graveyard. A lot of people have asked me, why do I run 3 copies of Foolish Failure Goods? Well, first of all, you can use it to send Ice Barrier to graveyard. Lets you search level 5 or higher water monster from your deck, add it to your hand. It also lets you send Pacifist to the graveyard, and you'll see why that's useful in a minute. Well, let's pass the opponent's turn. Opponent accidentally discards that Ash Blossom that they had. Drawn 2 cards with Pot of Desires. Got their dangers going on. Not sure if this is pure dangers. Opponent seems to have a lot of danger monsters. He's going for full Bigfoot beatdown. Summoning their dangers. We're ready for this though. They're going straight to battle. Let's let that snake get in. Now negate his effects, turn his attack to 0. That's a little 0/0 boy. And do it again. So opponent did not successfully do a lot to us. Now we got our Ice Bears in the graveyard. We can activate 1 per turn. Let's activate. Search for our boy, the whale, Citadel Whale. We'll do some amazing things right now. Draw a Megalomasher. Let's use Megalomasher to deal with this mystery card. Don't want our Citadel Whale to be interfered with. Pop that, and it's a Solemn Strike, so good thing we did that, or our whale would have been negated. Let's use the Tremora to special summon our whale, and we get C Stealth Attack. C Stealth Attack will let us activate an Umi from our graveyard, and Pacifist is Umi, which means we'll be able to activate that Umi from our graveyard with C Stealth Attack, so that is why we sent it. Pro tip. Well, let's activate the C Stealth Attack. Activate that Pacifist. So they banned terraforming, but we have, in reality, 6 ways to search this, or well, 6 ways we can draw it, or we can search it with the Foolish Failure Goods, or we can draw terraforming. So really, you have 7 copies. Opponent is activating Raigeki. We can dodge with Sea Stealth Attack, have our Citadel Whale banish for the turn, and after this gets destroyed, our token actually comes back. Because Pacifist will recreate the token if opponent activated an effect, the token's gone. So we get our token back, and opponent is done. Any monster that attacks our token would get destroyed by the Sea Stealth Attack, and our spell and traps were immune from destruction until the end of the turn. Very impressive. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, let's go. We got the Tremora Whale combo. We got right. Opponent is playing Flounderies, the Menace. They just don't stop normal summoning. They special summon, but they call it normal summoning. I'm not mad though, because this bird is so cute. I can't stay mad at Flounderies. They're summoning the penguin. Any monsters we special summon in attack positions will have their effect negated. They're doing effects. Let's fast forward this. We don't need to watch Flounderies flounder around. They're going to activate their field spell. They're going to set some back row. Alright, now it's our turn. Let's get going. Let's start with the right. Get our token. Get searching. For the Fateful Adventure, activate. Opponent activating Book of Moon. Does not realize that you cannot flip a token face down. They're going to target their own monster. Not very impressive opponent. Not very impressive at all. Let's search for the Wandering Griffin Rider. We're going to discard one of our Megalo Smashers. They're not going to be needed right now. Let's activate Wandering Griffin Rider. Opponent going to Ash. We could negate that with the Griffin Rider, but I think we're going to let it resolve. We'll summon another monster and get to search. If a monster is normal special summon, you can search for the Adventure Equip spell. We're going to special summon our whale. Opponent going to imperm the whale. Whale is going to negate the imperm when you target a water monster. Citadel Whale can negate it once per turn. He is a chunky boy with a lot of words. And opponent is done. Flounderies cannot handle all the whaling. Alright, so there you go. Now you've beaten Flounderies. Now you've beaten the dangers. What do we got next? The ultimate deck. That's what. Let's go. If you're liking the video, give the video a like. give the channel a subscribe. You'll be able to see what I'm up to next time. Be playing more exciting decks in this Extra Zero Festival. I think it's a lot of fun. Traps relevant. People not getting OTK'd. Let's pass to our opponent here. They're going to tribute. Give us a Gameciel. That turns off our Phantasm Spiral Battle. Opponent going to activate Bingo Machine. Go. They're playing Blue Eyes, the ultimate deck. And our Ash Blossom is getting negated by Frame Gear Gamma. Opponent is doing some amazing things here. Now, they can't make a level 8 Synchro because they have no extra deck, but they can use these monsters. Show you how in a second. They activate an effect, so we get our token back. We get a search, but we can't activate because we have Gameciel on the field. As long as we control an effect monster, we cannot activate these in our hand. Opponent, special summoning, alternative dragon, special summoning or normal summoning Blue Eyes by tributing their monsters. He's gonna pop our token. The token just comes back. Got alert to read opponent. Opponent destroying our effect monster. That turns on our Phantasm Spirals. Let's get popping. Send that Blue Eyes to the graveyard. Send that Blue Eyes to the graveyard. Blue Eyes is no match for the Phantasm Spirals. Let's go back to our turn. We draw a Phantasm Spiral Battle, but we can use the Ice Barrier. Send a monster to our graveyard. Add a monster back to our hand. We can add the Megalo Smasher. Normal summon it. Get to Surge. The Spiral Crash. Now our monster that's equipped with Spiral Crash, when it deals battle damage to an opponent, we'll special summon the Phantasm Spiral Dragon from our deck. Let's go. Spiral Power. Opponent barely hanging on here. We got negates. We got pops. What are you going to do, opponent? Opponent summons the egg. Crashes the egg into our Phantasm. Alright. Good job. Good job, Blue Eyes. You did your best. Alright, let's do another game. Alright, here we go. We got the adventure. We got terraforming. Opponent's going first. They're activating final countdown. After 20 turns, we're gonna lose the duel. That is quite the time limit. Alright, let's go activate terraforming. Search for our Pacifist. That was the bait on Ash. They don't look like they got it. Well, let's activate Pacifist. Normal summon Megalo Smasher. Now, one thing to note, Pacifist, if you use its effects, either of their effects, then you cannot special summon effect monsters or normal summon effect monsters. So that means we're locked out of Fateful Adventuring. We can make the token, but we cannot do the full combo. Now, I didn't plan to do the full combo because we just got Fateful. We don't have the right spell anyway, so we can do that next turn. Opponent, activating Secret Blast, dealing damage to us. Very rude opponent. Gonna Waboku, so no point to attacking now. We're gonna add the Water Enchantress to hand and discard it, and we can activate it now. We'll save it for next turn though. No need to let that token be vulnerable. Let's set an Imperm. Pass to our opponent. What do you got, opponent? You gonna stall us for 20 turns? I don't think so. It's Harpy's Feather Duster. Nothing we can do about that. Our spells are gone. Three turns. We got 20 turns, so 17 left. Opponent activating Secret Barrel. Gonna deal damage to us, but not even close to lethal, and they're down to 1 card. Are you gonna die here, opponent? Well, let's get going. Should have probably done that in the opposite order. Opponent activating Swift Scarecrow, negating the battle phase. Alright, opponent. Well, 4 turns down. Can't keep this up forever. We can pop any set cards he sets. Opponent can activate Pot of Desires. Gonna tribute 2 of our monsters for a Lava Golem. A timer is counting down. Back to our turn. We draw Sea Stealth Attack. That is a good draw. Let's set that face down. Get attacking. Now, we could have tribute summoned the Ice Jade over the Lava Golem, but I'm going to hold on to it for a second. No need to do it yet. We're going to activate Sea Stealth Attack. Now, if opponent attacks our token, their monster gets destroyed, and he doesn't want to get rid of our Lava Golem. He thinks that's his win condition. Let's go back to our turn. Now, I wanted to tribute summon this Lava Golem with my Ice Jade Tremora. If we use Sea Stealth Attack to banish it, we could activate our Phantasm spells in our hand. And what my plan was, tribute summon the Lava Golem, use our Steel Tech, banish the Tremora, and then activate Spiral Power to negate the effects of the Grand Maju, cause him to lose 1,000 attack points until the end of turn, which would make him have 0 attack. And then we just attack him with our token, and he's dead, and he can't use his direct attack spells. But my fingers were too fat. My fingers were too fat, and I accidentally clicked Activate Effect. And that's going to special summon the Tremora, so now we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Let's get rid of that Grand Maju. Let's attack with Lava Golem. The opponent has a Battle Fader. Battle negated. We're back to Trouble Town. Only 12 turns left. My fat fingers got in the way. Opponent activating card D. We can't do anything. We got no interaction. Back to our turn. We draw another Tremor. Alright. Time to make up for our past mistakes. Let's Tribute Summon. Switch to Battle Phase. Let's get going. Pop that Battle Fader. And lethal damage. Alright. There you go. Not bad, not bad. Let's show you the full deck list. Alright, here you go. Here is the Phantasm Spiral deck list I'm playing. Now, this is almost exactly the same list that I showed in my video 2 days ago. I think this is probably the strongest deck that exists in this festival right now. It is very consistent at getting either the Phantasm or the Adventure Engine going. And once you get that going, you're going to be grinding your opponents out. They're not going to be able to get past you. If they have, Feather Duster, if you've got Sea Stealth Attack on field, you can protect your monsters from destruction. So you'll be looking pretty good. Now, I will say I made one small change here. I added a copy of Foolish Burial, and I took out a copy of Phantasm Spiral Power. I wasn't finding this card to be as useful, so that's why it's down to 1. But the Foolish Burial lets us search for Water Enchantress, send it right to the graveyard, you can activate it. So really it's a third copy of Water Enchantress. Lets us have 5 copies of our Adventure combo, so that is pretty sweet. Hope you like the deck list. Let me know what you've seen in the festival. If you have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments. Alright, have a good night.